Let's be honest for a second. When you really think about your future marriage, what are the questions that actually keep you up at night? And I'm not talking about the wedding plans, the colors and the venue. I'm talking about those deep down worries. What's it really gonna feel like?
You ask yourself, will it be peaceful? I mean, in a world that feels so chaotic, will our home be like a sanctuary, a place we can actually breathe? Are we going to find that deep, soul-level tranquility with each other?
And then, of course, there's the big one, right? Will I be happy? And not just that Instagram post kind of happy, but truly, genuinely happy. That deep, settled contentment that actually lasts.
And maybe this is the biggest fear of all. Will it last? Because let's face it, we've all seen it. Relationships that start out so beautifully and then just fall apart. So you can't help but have that little voice in your head asking, is ours going to be different? Are we actually going to make it?
When you put all those questions together, peace, happiness, longevity, it becomes so clear. You're not just hoping for romance or, physical attraction. You're looking for something deeper, that secret ingredient that makes everything else work, right? The thing that sustains a relationship through thick and thin.
Well, that special ingredient, it actually has a name. In Arabic, it's called Barakah. And that, right there, is the true unspoken desire of the heart when you're thinking about building a life with someone.
Okay, so what is Barakah really?
Let's dive in and break down what this powerful concept actually means and, more importantly, how it shows up in a marriage.
So at its core, Barakah is a divine blessing from Allah. It's this incredible sense of peace that just settles over your relationship. It's a kind of contentment where even a little feels like more than enough. And it's that amazing spiritual growth that happens when two people come together for a purpose that's bigger than just themselves.
And you know what? The Quran gives us the most beautiful picture of this. Just listen to the words Allah uses to describe the ideal marriage. It's not about constant passion or excitement. The words are tranquility, affection, and mercy. That is the very essence of what a marriage with Barakah feels like.
And this really gets to the heart of it, doesn't it? Our culture sells us this fairy tale idea of a perfect marriage, No problems, just non-stop excitement. But a marriage with Barakah, it's not about avoiding challenges. It's about finding peace inside the challenges. It's that deep down knowing that you can face anything together and you're not going to fall apart.
Okay, so if Barakah is the goal, how do we get it? And here's the beautiful part. It's not left to chance. This isn't just luck. You can actively invite this blessing into your life by building your marriage on the right foundation from the very start.
And that foundation? It really rests on two key pillars. First, you've got to prioritize a person's faith and their character, their deen. And second, you have to make sure the relationship begins in a way that's pure and pleasing to Allah, a halal beginning.
And look, the guidance we have from the Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, is so incredibly direct about this. He mentions that people marry for beauty, wealth, or status. But his advice? Choose the one with strong faith. And that last part of the hadith, may your hands be rubbed with dust, that's an old Arabic way of saying you will truly prosper. This is, without a doubt, the #1 priority if you want to invite Barakah.
So, why is this so important? Well, think about it. A person who is truly conscious of God, they're going to treat you with respect, even when they're upset. Their moral compass doesn't just switch off. They're more likely to be patient, to be loyal when things get tough, and to choose peace over letting their ego win an argument. Okay, but what about the practical stuff, like money? That's a huge worry for a lot of people, right? Well, look at this beautiful promise from Allah. When a marriage is built on the right intentions, Allah promises to provide. And this is the magic of Barakah with it. A small amount can feel like so much, but without it, you could have all the money in the world and still feel empty. But, building that foundation, that's just the start. Barakah isn't some one-time prize you get on your wedding day. It's more like a living, breathing blessing that you have to nurture, especially when life throws its inevitable challenges at you.
Look, every single marriage has disagreements. That's just reality. But in a marriage that has Barakah, those problems don't become these giant wedges that drive you apart. Instead, they actually become opportunities. They teach you how to forgive. They force you to communicate better. And in the end, they help you grow closer together as you feel that divine mercy, that rahmah, flowing between you.
So how do you protect this amazing blessing? Well, one of the most powerful tools we have is dua, or prayer. And you don't have to wait. Start making dua for your future spouse right now. even if you haven't met them. Ask Allah to bless and protect your future union. Seriously, a marriage that's surrounded by prayer is a marriage that's under His protection. All right, so this brings us to the ultimate partnership. We've talked about what Barakah is, we've talked about how to invite it in, but what's the one thing that holds it all together? What's the true source of a blessed marriage?
First things first, let's just get rid of a huge myth right now. A blessed marriage is not about finding the perfect person. That person literally does not exist. And that whole fairy tale search, it just leads to disappointment. The real secret is something else entirely.
And here it is. The real secret is that it's a three-way partnership. It's you, your spouse, and Allah right at the very center of your union. Because think about it. When Allah is a part of your relationship, so are His blessings, so is His peace, and so is His mercy.
So, I want to leave you with one final thought to really reflect on. Ask yourself this. Are you praying for a marriage that just looks beautiful on the outside, or one that is truly blessed from the inside? Because at the end of the day, beauty can fade. But Barakah, that's what lasts a lifetime.